morning, everyone. So I've woken up here on Shawanaga Island on Hopewell Bay, a nice anchorage, and the anchor set first time last night and has held all night. My anchor alarm just went off, so I'm not gonna make this very long intro. Today I'm gonna go further to Killbear, and it's going to be about a 3.5 hour ride, probably mostly motoring. In fact, I would say mostly motoring, just anticipating the conditions and the environment that I'm going to be in. Winds are already kind of high, so when I woke up at around 5:30 2 hours ago, I could hear the winds gusting. So right now we're seeing winds of 13 knots with gusts of 17, and that's going to increase slightly as the day progresses. Out on the lake, out on Georgian Bay, the conditions are higher. Right now I'm in some protected waters. I'm a little concerned about the weather and conditions, but I'm leaving early, so it's 7 o'clock now. I'm packing up and going so that I can be ahead of the worst conditions, and I'm planning to motor, basically. I'm going to be traveling through more of this landscape that I have been the last few days. A lot of rocks, a lot of islands, boat traffic, although maybe less boat traffic today because of the weather. So yeah, I just want to get going this morning, lift the anchor and get moving before the conditions worsen. Hopefully I can get to Killbear ahead of anything too severe. I know the boat can handle it, 13 knots. I've been in 13 knots before, 17 knot gusts, been in 17 knots before. Still, there's a lot of obstacles, and, it's just heading out in these conditions in an environment that I'm not familiar with. It's probably not the brightest idea, but this entire trip has been traveling through an environment, a landscape that I'm not familiar with. I do need to move on. I do need to try to stick to some sort of schedule. And yeah, I want to get where I'm going today. The weather might be worse tomorrow. So get off of the anchorage, get somewhere a little bit safer, and see how things progress over the next 24 hours. Enough talk. Time to get going. A lot of people have goals for adventure, and I have some too. YouTube creators like me often have Patreon accounts where we ask people for donations, and some creators have other things, maybe OnlyFans. I'm not really into the Patreon thing. I don't like to ask for handouts. Not bashing anyone who does, but it's just not my thing. And OnlyFans, well, I don't think anyone's really interested in watching me do that sort of thing. And if they are, they're probably not my target audience. So what I have done is two things. I created the Knot School for anyone interested and passionate about learning skills, specifically knot tying skills. Knot School is the only fraternity for knot tiers, which combines a community platform and online courses. In addition to the Knot School, I've also just released my new book called Design Your Life for Peak Outdoor Experiences. This book is advice I would give after decades of traveling across 2 hemispheres, 3 continents, and doing all sorts of things through hiking, wilderness canoe trips, and now sailing. What I'm trying to do is raise some funds to refit my Pearson Triton, make it expedition ready, so that I can take these adventures further, maybe even a circumnavigation. So if you like my content, like me, are interested in some of the things that I've put together, then please check them out. I'm putting a link in the description and as a pinned comment to this video. Here we go. sky doesn't look too promising, but I'm bundled up, so should be all right. I'm actually a little bit warm. Might need to take off a layer. It's a beautiful area. Well, I'm not even out of the anchorage yet, and the chop is already starting. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bouncy day. Yeah, I'm considering maybe I'll look at Navionics and see if there are other anchorages that I can pull into just in case. Feeling a little crazy to be out in these conditions. The outboard usually runs at about 5.5 knots. I'm doing 3.5 knots. There's a lot of chop, but as crazy as I feel, I'm not the only one out here. Alright, so I'm heading in. This is Oak Island, and I'm just heading in behind it. I should have a little bit of shelter now from the prevailing wind and wave. It's about time. Yeah, I'm looking down at Navionics. Already my speed is starting to pick up. 4.7, 4.8 knots. Much better. Well, I'm not yet quite around the island, but already the conditions are picking up. In here, in the protected area, there's small chop, but even like foam on the surface from the wind blowing over. I'm a little concerned about the approach and going out into more open water again. If there's anything good about it, I think it will still be semi-protected, and I shouldn't be entirely head into the wind as I was before. Fingers crossed. The rain is now starting. A little bit unexpected. Just adds to the adventure, I guess. I have 1 more hour to go. In the back of my mind, I keep thinking a lot can happen in an hour. I just need to be as careful as I can be. I've got 20 minutes left and then I'll be arriving in Killbear. Okay, well, I made it. Just arriving into Killbear Marina now. It looks busy, so not quite sure where there's a slip available, but I will just go in slow and hopefully I see somewhere. Navionics shows that it's also very shallow, so I see some big boats in there, so they must have depth, but all the same, I need to go carefully. Okay, well, I am now in Killbear. A little relieved to be out of the boat and on land again. You know, I'll say, It probably wasn't that bad. I don't know, I'm spoiling the video right now. But it was bad as well. You know, the chop in the morning and then the downpour. Anyway, I'm gonna go get checked in. I'm gonna get dried up, find something to eat, and then relax. I gotta check the weather. I don't know what it's gonna be like tomorrow. I might be stuck here for a day or two. We'll see. But in the next video, I will continue traveling further. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Well, I'm charging some devices outside the marina office here while it is raining pretty hard, and I am well aware that far in the distance, my little Triton over there, the companionway door is not fully closed.